Hi everyone, welcome to our presentation on optimizing social media presence using linear algebra. In today's digital age, having a strong social media presence is crucial for individuals, businesses, and organizations. But how can we assure our efforts on platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn are effective as possible? That's where data and mathematics come into play. In this video, we explore how linear algebra, a branch of mathematics that deal with vector matrix, can help us analyze engagement metrics and develop an optimizing posting strategy. By the end of this presentation, you will see how mathematical models can transform the way we approach social media, making our efforts more strategic and impactful. Let's start by understanding the importance of social media presence and role of automation. By leveraging the power of linear algebra, we can systematically analyze our social media performance and make data-driven decisions to enhance our engagement. Now, let's dive into how we can set our model up, analyzing the data and optimizing our social media strategy. Thank you.
Welcome back, I'm Darnia. Now that we have discussed the importance of social media presence and the role of linear algebra, let's dive into the heart of our presentation, setting up the model. In this section, we will show you how to structure your engagement data into matrices, define the variables and set up the equation that will help us optimize our social media strategy. First, we need to collect data from various social media platforms. This data includes metrics like likes, comments, shares, and views for different types of content such as text posts, images, videos, and links. Let's see how we can organize this data into a structured format. To illustrate this with an example, let's look at an example engagement matrix. Here, each entry represents the engagement metric for a particular content type on a specific platform. Our goal is to maximize the total engagement by finding the optimal posting frequency for each content type on each platform. We will set up an objective function to maximize engagement and add a constraint to ensure our posting schedule is practical. The constraints might include limits on the number of posts per day or week on each platform. By organizing our data into this structured format and setting up this equation, we can use linear algebra techniques to analyze the data and optimize our strategy. In the next session, let's dive into the analysis and optimization process. Thank you.
Now that we have set up our engagement data into a structured model, it's time to analyze this data and set up our objective. This is where the real power of linear algebra comes into play, helping us derive meaningful insight and make data-driven decisions. First, we look at how to increase our engagement metrics and identify patterns. Then we'll define our objective function to maximize engagement. Finally, we will discuss how to set realistic and practical constraints to ensure our strategy is effective and manageable. Let's start by interpreting our engagement matrix. By explaining the values, we can identify which platform and content type are performing well. For instance, we might notice that video on Instagram and images on Facebook have the highest engagement. Next, we define our objective function. Our goal is to maximize total engagement so that we can sum the product of engagement metrics and their corresponding weight, which represents how frequently we post each type of content on each platform. Finally, we need to set constraints to ensure our strategy is realistic. For example, we might limit the number of posts per day on each platform to avoid overwhelming our audience. We also want to balance the type of content to maintain diversity and consistency. By setting up our objective functions and constraints, we are ready to use linear algebra techniques to find the optimal posting strategy. In the next session, we will show how to solve this system and implement the optimization strategy.
Welcome back. Now that we analyze our data and set our objective, it's time to dive into optimization process. This is where we use linear algebra techniques to determine the optimal posting strategy that maximize our social media engagement. We will walk through the steps of solving the system of linear equation we set up in previous section. We will use matrix operations of to find optimal posting frequency for each content type on each platform. Finally, we will see how to implement this optimized strategy in real world scenario. First, we set up the optimization problem by defining our objective function on constraints. We then translate this into a system of linear equation which we can solve using metric operations. We can start by setting up the argument metric, use the Gaussian elimination to find the solution. This gives us the optimal posting frequency for each content type on each platform. Here's an example calculation to illustrate the process step by step. Once we have our solution, we can translate it into a practical posting schedule. This schedule tells us how often to post each of the content on each platform to maximize engagement. But our work doesn't stop here. It's crucial to monitor the engagement metrics regularly and adjust our strategy based on the latest data. By continuously
Welcome back. We have covered setting up our model, analyzing data, and optimizing our strategy using linear algebra. Now, it's time to put our plan into action and to ensure it remains active over time. In this final section, we will discuss how to implement the optimized strategy and monitor its performance. We will look at creating a detailed posting schedule, tracking engagement metrics, and making data-driven adjustments to continually refine our strategy. Let's dive in. To start, we translate our optimization result into a practical posting schedule. The schedule should balance the frequency and the variety of posts across different platforms, ensuring we adhere to the optimized frequency we calculated. Using social media management tools like Hootsuite or Buffer can streamline this process. These tools allows you to plan and schedule the posts in advance, maintaining consistency in your posting time. Next, It's crucial to track engagement metrics, monitor likes, comments, share, views, and views using platform analytics and third-party tools. Set benchmarks for success so you can gauge the effectiveness of the strategy. Analyze performance involves comparing actual engagement with the projected result from our model. Identify which type of content are performing well and which are not. This helps us understand audience behavior and performance. Based on this analytics, make data-driven adjustment to your strategy. Adapt to new trends, listen to audience feedback, and regularly update your optimization model to reflect the latest data. Implementation and monitoring an optimized social media strategy is an ongoing process. By continuously tracking performance and making informed adjustments, you can ensure your social media presence remains strong and effective. Thank you for joining us in our journey through optimizing social media presence using linear algebra. We hope you found this presentation insightful and that you can apply these techniques to enhance your own social media strategies. Good luck and happy posting.
Welcome to the final part of our presentation. We have taken a comprehensive journey through optimizing social media presence using linear algebra. Now let's wrap things up with a brief conclusion. We'll summarize the key points we have covered, highlight the benefits of using linear algebra for social media optimization, and discuss the next steps you can take to implement these strategies. In conclusion, let's recap the key points we have covered. We highlighted the importance of a strong social media presence and demonstrate how linear algebra can help structure and analyze engagement data. We discussed setting clear objective and constraint optimizing posting strategies and the importance of implementing and monitoring these strategies effectively. The benefits of using linear algebra in social media optimization are clear. It enables data-driven decision making, provides objective and quantifiable analysis, enhances engagement and reach, and ensure efficient resource allocations. As for the next step, start by collecting and organizing your engagement data. Apply the linear algebra techniques we have discussed to analyze and optimize your posting strategy. Implement the optimized strategy using scheduling tools and continuously monitor and adjust your approach based on performance data. Remember to stay adaptable and responsive to new trends, leverage data to make informed decisions, and keep refining your strategy for continuous improvement. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you found our presentation valuable and insightful. Feel free to connect with us for more tips and insights on optimizing your social media presence. Good luck and happy posting. Thank you.